C-Steps members, a very special thanks to you. We hope you're enjoying.
He has paid his debt. I have tortured him long enough.
You're telling a ditch digger he's a billionaire. Pretty sure he's gonna be okay with it.
I like having your dad around. We want to keep him.
You guys are good together.
Baby, tonight is the start of a life. Solo quiero que tú pongas las manos arriba.
I love having a fake husband. Maybe next time I ask you to commit a crime, you won't fight me on it.
Alright guys, so here we are a whole week after Infinity War came out, and of course it's still crushing records at the box office. I actually went to go see it a third time on Saturday. I got this really cool poster. I saw it in Cinemark XD, so I got this really cool poster. I got a new Cinemark by the house, so I'm going to be going to that theater a little bit more often. That and the AMC that I went to in this video. But anyways, there were two new releases, of course, that totally Charlize Theron movie, but I'm not too interested in that movie, so I'm just probably just gonna wait to rent it and watch it here at home. But I went to go watch Overboard. You know, this movie, I can't say I was excited for this movie, but it was a movie that I was definitely kind of interested in, mainly because of the two main actors, you know, Eugenio Derbez and Anna Faris. They're both starring in this movie, so it was just kind of interesting to me. Basically what this movie is about, it's a remake to the I believe it came out in the 1970s Overboard with Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn, which I haven't watched, but from what I know of, it's kind of the same, just a few things just kind of changed, and then they kind of changed the genders around. Like, I'll explain in a second. So basically in this new Overboard movie, we have Kate, played by Anna Faris, who is a single mom who ends up working for a spoiled and wealthy playboy, of course, and Eugenio Derbez. And then she's basically like cleaning his carpet or something like that, and then she does it, but then he refuses to pay her. So they just kind of, they end up on the wrong foot, and things don't end up well for both of them. And then Eugenio Derbez, there's this one time where he actually falls off a boat and he loses his memory and he has no idea who he is. He doesn't even have an idea that he's the son of a billionaire. So of course Anna Faris, her character, finds out about this, and she kind of takes advantage of this and tricks him into thinking that he is her husband. Basically what I meant by like the gender swap that they do in this movie, in the original movie, it's basically Goldie Hawn, who is basically the rich one, and then Kurt Russell's the one working for her. But in this movie it's the other way around. It's actually the woman working for the guy this time. You know, you get the idea of it. And again, admittedly, I was kind of looking forward to this movie, of course, mainly because of the casting. Overboard is nothing too special, but it might just be a tad forgettable at times as well. But honestly, I was entertained throughout the movie, and I didn't really find myself at all bored watching this movie. Actors did a pretty good job in this movie, especially the standout, Eugenio Derbez, who I think is the reason why this movie is actually selling a lot of tickets in the first place, because the theater I went to, Eugenio Derbez, he's really big when it comes to the Mexican culture. He's on TV everywhere, especially in Mexico. And then, trust me, I've been to Mexico and I see him everywhere. And then, my audience, I want to say about 95% of my audience was actually somewhat Latino. So, a lot of those people I know just went in to see him, and they were sure not disappointed, and I wasn't disappointed because, again, I was really looking forward to see him in this movie. He does play a bit of an asshole at first, but then as the movie goes on, he gets pretty likable, and he has some of the funnier moments, and he definitely does have some really good character development to his character. Anna Faris, I also thought was actually kind of good in this movie, and I could say the same for the supporting cast. In fact, a lot of the supporting cast members were also really funny, especially these guys that Eugenio Derbez hangs out with during the movie, that he basically kind of works with. I thought they were really funny and really entertaining. The story as it goes, honestly, sometimes it's one of those corny romance comedies, and it's also kind of predictable. Like, you basically kind of know what the outcomes by the end of the story are going to be like. The writing in this movie is actually kind of solid, but what really worked for me here, of course, is the humor. The humor really stood out to me. It's what really kind of did land with me. I thought a lot of jokes, about 80% of the jokes, really did make me laugh out loud. And then the other 20%, I just kind of chuckled, or, Yeah, for the most part, I really had a good time with this movie because this movie, of course, did make me laugh, and that continues the good. No, I was gonna say good streak for comedies because, of course, we had Game Night, Blockers, but then I forgot that I saw the Amy Schumer I Feel Pretty movie, which kind of killed that streak of good comedies. But hopefully, Overboard could start another streak of good comedy movies, hopefully. I also really liked the amount of heart that this movie had, especially in the last act. There's actually a lot of heart going on because these characters, they just kind of get to know each other, and then they just kind of start to like each other a lot more, and it kind of, I wouldn't say it's emotional, but it's definitely heartfelt. That's where I'm going for. I honestly wasn't feeling this movie for like the first 45 minutes, but after getting used to it, I actually really started enjoying myself and having fun with this movie. Not exactly something you need to rush out to theaters to go see, but if you did like the trailers and if you are interested in this movie, I would definitely recommend a matinee. I thought, Overboard was a fun and entertaining movie. I'm going to give Overboard a B. It's kind of nice to have a movie like Overboard come out because, again, Avengers is out right now, so Avengers could basically be treated as the meal, but Overboard is more of an appetizer. It's a much smaller movie, but it's still something that is still very enjoyable and entertaining. For my next movie day, I have no idea I don't have an exact idea of what's going to be. I think it's going to be Breaking In because my Cinemark is actually holding a screening for that movie on Wednesday, so I might go ahead and use my movie pass on that. So maybe Breaking In could be my next movie day. I'm not sure. My parents do want to see Avengers next week. They haven't seen it, but this would be my 4th time seeing it. But yeah, so have you guys seen Overboard? Have you guys seen it? What did you guys think about it? Tell me in the comment section down below. As always, thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.